Alright, we're going to be watching KojiKodama, who's going to be playing Junkrat and then Echo with a brief Reaper play in here. Looking for VOD review, Gold, Elo, DPS. This is Gold 2 on PC on Lijiang Tower. Tank and warrior player, blame me after the game. I play on a laptop. I have bad mechanics, and my adrenaline rushing through me prevents me from making good decisions. However, I feel like these games, I wasn't the issue. Am I wrong? So I will say the same thing I say to everybody, which is yes, theoretically, everyone on the team shares the blame for a loss, but also in 95% of all games, you personally could have played better and won them. It is overwhelmingly true that if you were just a more skilled player, you could have won the game. So you can take from that however you want to wish. If you want to blame other people, you can. It's not going to be constructive, though, because you'll probably never play with them ever again. So who cares if it's their fault, right? If every single game you lose, you have teammates to blame, which, you will, then how do you ever climb, right? You just need to figure out, how do I get good enough to win despite my teammates playing poorly? Because sometimes you're going to play poorly, and sometimes you're still going to win because your teammates are going to carry you. So you might as well just figure out how to play as best you can, right? Stop worrying about whether that's your fault, their fault. Just assume everything is something that you could possibly have done something better. Anyway, let's actually focus on your issues. Well, number one, you say that you have bad mechanics and basically bloodlust or rage going through your adrenaline, why you can't make good decisions. That's a good reason why you wouldn't play well. So if that's your problem, then I don't know how much your VOD review is going to help you, but let's kind of dive into deeper as to what specifically is causing your problems. So this is going to be a win on the first round when you're playing Junkrat, and then you're going to lose second as Echo, and you're going to lose third as Echo. As Junkrat, you're going to play reasonably well. I wouldn't say that I confidently would be like, oh, this definitely is platinum level play, but I think that you outperformed expectations, right? I would say playing Junkrat, I bet Junkrat's probably a much higher win percentage for you than Echo, if I had to guess on your stats. I would say that you probably could win Junkrat 55% plus of the time at your level, is what it feels like, based on what I'm seeing, which is enough for you to climb, and you eventually get into low plat as Junkrat. Your Echo, however, is much more erratic and significantly worse, and I bet that is actually what's dragging you down. So we're going to skip through the first round pretty quickly because you win it, A, and B, you do enough to win. I'm not going to do a full review where I'm going to go through every single minute and talk about every little thing you do wrong here, but yeah, I don't want to dwell too much on the Junkrat part versus focusing on the Echo part. For Junkrat, I do want to focus right here when you go around the corner, right? This Ana should be dead right now. Just toss Concussion Mine, pop it, dead, right? Bam, she's 100 health, right? You just one-shot her before the Mercy gets there, and then she should be dead. After this, you can still kill the Mercy, right? Mercy is you can still try to direct her here. You still have a mine. You could potentially have killed the Mercy here, but fine, whatever, right? You should reload. Now you push. You're going to kill the Ana with some spam here. That was honestly pretty lucky, but we'll take it. And the problem here is that the rest of the team is dead, which, happens. You're going to jump up top. You challenge the Widow, which was a gutsy challenge. You miss every shot pretty wildly up here. This is a fairly straightforward hit. I think at plat, someone hits at least one of these. Right? None of these three are close. Oh, the third one was actually pretty close. That was actually the hardest shot. You're going to survive here, which I think was a mistake, but you do manage to not get punished for it. I think in most scenarios you get punished for that. You can creep up top. Widow has a Venom Mine. You push her down. You throw the trap up top. I would point out this is a play of people where a Widow decides to grapple up to challenge you at point blank, which I think is actually insane. So it should be very easy to climb out of this rank. You one-shot the Widow. Immediately Mercy goes to res. You try to hit the Mercy. Fine, whatever. Go kill the Widow. Widow's still trying to fight you. This is a one-shot that you miss, right? This is a one-shot combo that I would expect right now. The Widow is not dropping, right? If she's dropping, fine. She's clearly staying up here to fight you. This is an easy one-shot right now, right? Just snap slightly to the left. Bam, instant kill. I would expect plat players to hit that pretty consistently. You tire here. I think this is not a great situation to be tiring, but it does work out in your favor. I personally think this is generally a bad call, but you do cap a point because of it. And then Junkrat's just really strong on this point in general. You basically just spam the choke for a while, and then you're gonna hold this. Right? It's they just don't know what to do in the situation. You're going to tire, get some kills, stagger them out. Great. You do eat this one shatter right here. I do want to note this is something that I felt like was a problem for you, is the tank's going to start pushing in. You really need to focus the Rhine down. You should definitely not be walking for this choke. This is how you die. So you get stuck here, take a ton of damage. You really need to force the Rhine back because their Rhine has shattered. You know he is shattered because he's not shattered the entire game. So you need to concussive him backwards to prevent him from walking through your Rhine and shattering your team. Instead, you don't do that because I don't think you're thinking about that at all, is my guess. You get shattered, which then allows them to cap this. You come back, some more shenanigans. I don't know what the heck a Reaper is doing, and then you're eventually going to win. Okay, great. So first point, you capped it. Good, we'll take it. Now you're going to switch to Reaper first, and then you're going to hit. This Cassie somehow misses like everything on you. You're going to kill him. Great. You're going for the Mercy. Great. Mercy's low. Yeah, good. Right? So you did enough that I would say that you're pretty much deserving winning this fight. Pharah's too far away. That's fine. I would just focus the tank here. Yep, you go back to point. Just focus reset. Do not play that close to her because it's very hard for her to hit you when you're more than like a few meters away, but it's really easy for you to hit her. So you took a lot more damage here. Like you took 200 damage here, 195 unnecessarily. I probably would have taken almost 0 in this situation. So because you get so low, Hanzo's able to just body shot you and die. There's no real reason after you kill this Orisa to leave the point. Like she's, I guess there sort of was. The Pharah's pushing you in. That's actually pretty problematic. Hanzo's gonna come around the corner and he's gonna kill you. So you killed basically 2. You killed 1 plus the Mercy. The Orisa was gonna die anyway, and then the Hanzo's gonna kill you, and of course the Pharah is a problem, right? She stayed alive the whole time. Not that you really have the tools to deal with her as Pharah, or sorry, as Reaper. And so, but you do manage to cap the point, and then you're coming back, recontesting the point. Unfortunate though, because your tank's already dead. Because again, your team still doesn't have anything to deal with the Pharah, so the Pharah just gets a lot of value right now. You're stalling, which is the right call to do here. Die on point. Yeah, I mean you did the best you can. So your team has switched to Symmetra to Cassidy. You need to decide, hey, do I want to help with the Pharah or do I want to be doing my own thing? You decide to do your own thing, which is not necessarily wrong. You know, I think that's okay. You're going to come out as Echo. Your team is up 2, so good time to push. You decide to take an off angle, which I think is good. Right? You miss your shots. You sticky the fortified Orisa, which is a really bad call. This is a huge waste of stickies. You should have gone for the Hanzo, for example. You fly in, which I think is very, very dangerous. You're quite lucky to not get punished there. You're going to start this beam on the Orisa, but the Orisa is not, in fact, below 50% health right now. So 50% health would be 275. She's not even close, quite frankly, to... because she has armor as well, I don't forget, to being below 50% health. So this beam is completely wasted. You waste those stickies, so now you've wasted 1 sticky, 2 stickies, and a beam. You're overextended, sitting on point. You're not killing anybody or getting any damage. And then you do kill the Hanzo, actually. When do you kill this Hanzo? I think you just kill him with like some random damage. I mean, whoever actually got him low essentially is the kill. Yeah, the Cassie is the one who does all the work here. You just happen to tap the Hanzo and get the kill. So like, I don't really give you credit for that. Sticky is a great opportunity, right? Don't hit quite enough, and then you're gonna die. So not a great push. It also took you too long to do this, which means that you wasted a ton of time on point, but it's fine. It's one lost fight. You got 3 more opportunities. We're gonna run again. So you should really have flown over the top here. I don't really know why you're not flying right away. Maybe because you want to fly. What the heck is going on right now? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I would fly in the air. I think air is way safer than the ground versus Pharah. You're going to come through. You go for the sticky kill on the Hanzo. Yep, get him low. Great. I think that's a really, really good pick. Now you just need to stay alive, right? As long as you don't die here, I would consider this a +1 play. Great. 2 are dead. Should be an easy push. I think those stickies were obviously off target. But you're going to go on the point. There's going to be a little bit of stalling here. So... actually, I want to focus here. So you do a good job. Yep, killing Ana. Great. So now you've gotten, 2 kills going into this fight. You focus the Orisa down. She gets a kill, unfortunate, but she's got nanoed, so like, what are you going to do? You get hit by the Hanzo. You still stay in line of sight of the Hanzo, which I think was a bad call versus like going out through the window or around this corner right away, but you survive. You do this mostly to stay alive. But I think that was a right call to ulti here. I think that this is certainly a winnable fight. So she's being pocketed right now, so we should just play time. And you go out there, you miss all the stickies, which is unfortunate. I mean, you had a lot of targets right here. And, for example, going for the Ana right now would have been absolutely huge if you landed this, right? Hitting the Ana right now, big play. But you miss them all. You're holding the off angle, which I think is good. right? You're being pocketed as well, so you're currently 40% of the team. You miss all your shots here, which is no good. You drop too low, which is also no good. This allows the Pharah to get in, right? Because you lose control of the off angle, it allows the Pharah to go in. Pharah kills your tank. So this is kind of on you, right? Like, you're being pocketed. It's an even fight here. Like, you need to be hitting the Pharah to prevent the Pharah from stepping forwards. You don't do that. You lose too much altitude. Allows the Pharah to get in close, right? And then she trades out for your Rhine, which is a great trade for her because trading a DPS for tank is excellent. So that's on you, right? If you just control the Pharah with like hitting even a third to a half of your shots, she never is able to do this play. So without a tank, the odds of you winning this fight are quite low, and which is really unfortunate because now you're in one fight territory, right? You have to win every fight from here on out. You fail to stop the Mercy res as well. You miss all those stickies, so you can't even kill the Mercy for it. And then now you're going to do a bunch of whiffing, and you're going to float back, but the point's like over, right? Because they're at 99%. So I would say for most of this round, I think you played okay to good. I think at the end of the round, I think you played very poorly. And in a situation where you didn't really have any wiggle room, that results in a loss. But still, you played well in the first round. So 1-1, okay, cool, we'll take it. So I would say you deserve to win the first round. The second round, I would say about even, right? 50-50, if that was your typical play in terms of like winning or losing. But let's take a look at the third round, because the third round is going to go disastrously. Spamming, right? Miss, it's fine. You boost. Cool, right? Pharah gets super aggressive. She's putting a ton of pressure on her. She actually knocks off the Rhine, right? So you see the Pharah going over here. Where the heck is your Rhine? When did he die? There earlier? Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. So you lost your tank. I mean, at this point, it's just like farm ult charge, right? It's extremely unlikely you can win this fight without a tank. That's fine, right? I wouldn't even worry about this death. Let's not even think about it. Cool. So now we need to push back in. We're gonna go up. You go over. Great stickies. But the problem is you super committed for this and then you die, and trading is bad in this situation because trading is not going to result in the win. So getting a kill here is no good. I'd say the primary issue is that your whole team is staggered right now, so you're coming in late, which means that you're just simply not together. You're going to come out again. Your supports are spawning right now, right? Notice your Kiriko's still dead right now. You really could have had a great opportunity to kill this Sojourn who's crazy overextended by simply just sticking behind her. You miss all those stickies. Big whiff. Okay, no big deal, right? You have ball now, right? Probably because he's sick of getting knocked off the map / not being able to get in. That's fine. You miss these stickies. You go for this beam, even though this beam has no chance of killing her, right? Very clearly, like, we can tell the stickies are not going to be able to do enough damage to get her low enough. You go for the beam. No chance of killing her. You get super low, and you're getting forced back. For the record, you're absorbing 40% of the resources, 60% of the resources actually, because both supports are with you. So this is a huge problem, right? Because right now it's basically Sombra plus Ball. Where is Sombra? Yeah, like Sombra plus Ball fighting the whole team. So that's no good, right? That's a big reason why nothing else is happening on point. You come forwards, you have an easy sticky right here, as she is not actually even dodging you or aware of you. You miss all those things, and you get way too close to her, right? You keep chasing here, even though you're like very, very close to both the Sojourn and the Pharah and the Mercy. You're going to get super low right now, and then you die. This is a huge throw. Like, this through any possible chance of winning, because this is still a 5-on-5 right now, right? Like, your whole team's alive, their whole team's alive, they got Pharah, Mercy coming back from spawn. It's actually a 5-on-3. So you have a big opportunity right now, or 4-on-3, because Sombra's distracting backline, right? You have a big opportunity to clutch this right now, right? I wouldn't even say that this is that difficult. You're advantaged here in a 4-on-3 situation. You basically cannot die with healing unless you do something silly like fly into them, which is exactly what you do here. All you do is simply not chase this, right? Then you eat that direct, and then you die. If you don't eat that direct, you just go over here, help blow up the Ana on point, right? Eureka, whatever. This fight's won. But you completely throw this away despite having 2 supports with you. All right, coming out again. So you have 2 chances left, basically, to try to win this. Stickies, right? Again, none of these shots really matters. Almost no chance of you getting a kill. It's all about farming ult charge. I don't know why this Orisa's standing still. I don't know why you're standing in Disruptor. Spam, 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 spam. Okay, you're going to sticky this because the Sojourn doesn't dodge for some reason. You're going to kill. Great. Really good kill. EMP's popped. Now's the time for you to go in and clutch. Okay? Like, hey, your Sombra did her job, right? Everyone is at least like 60%-ish health, right? they're all turned towards her. This is the opportunity where if I was your team, I'd be like, I need my Echo to start carrying right now. Like, you need to start getting kills. Like, yes, the soldiering kill is great, perfect, right? But now your Sombra created space for you. Just attack right now. You know, just attack. Like, attack the Ana, right? For example, would probably be an excellent option. Attack the Pharah, whoever you want to kill him. You pop Beam too early again, right? Again, the Pharah is not below 50% health. It's not even particularly close to below 50% health right now. She's at, like, what, 135-ish? Yeah, 123. So she's not even close to getting beamed down right now. Remember, they have to be below 50% for you to get 3.5 times damage. So you do nothing with the beam, right? Which means you do nothing with the EMP, which means now you're in a really bad situation, right? Sombra dies for this. So now you're 4-4, so still theoretically winnable. I don't know if the Mercy got the res off. She did not, right? So now 3-3, so still winnable. Okay, you're missing the tank a ton, which I think this missing does not happen at Platinum. Like, you see how many shots you're missing here with Tri-Shot is no good. You lost the support right now, which means you have to make a tough call of, like, either do you try to contest this, right? Do you try to make this, like, your real last fight, or do you want to get one more fight? Ball's still in, so I think that it's probably okay to pop here. I think the main issue here is that the Pharah is still alive, which no one is dealing with. You're popping Beam on an Orisa that has, like, 80% health. I have no idea what this is. You're going to pop Orisa ulti here, copy, but what are you going to do with this? I think that the Pharah is probably a better option here, simply because if you're stay Orisa, the Pharah is going to shred you while you're on the ground. But if you're Pharah versus Pharah, you have at least some chance at clutching this by killing the Pharah with double air shot. You decide to copy her anyway, then you mess up this mechanic. So the Javelin is great, but you should be shooting here, not spinning. Because shooting, you could land easy headshots here and potentially kill her before the Mercy reacts. Instead, you spin, which gives the Mercy plenty of time to react. You lose your copy, and then you die. And that's pretty much game. You don't really have a chance to contest from here. So, analyzing... well, let's go more into a little more detail, right? Why are we having so much trouble on third point in particular? Well, obviously your mechanics / aim are a big problem, right? Your mechanics / aim are a significant issue here, and you are getting picks, but like then you do nothing, so it kind of doesn't matter, right? If I kill someone on the enemy team and then I die, did I do good or did I do bad? Well, neither, right? You probably are even. Right? You didn't do anything to substantively change the game. If I can kill someone in the enemy team and stay alive, then I'm ahead because I'm adding more pressure by staying alive. So this is kind of your problem, is that you get like that pick on the soldier, but then you go in and you just like dive and throw your life away. So like this is a really good example where like, what are you doing right now? Like, you need to slow down, right? Playtime. The Sombra's already killed the Pharah. Just play time, let your Rhine get healed up, and you're good. Instead, you go in, throw your life away, and you know, what are you gonna do? Like, did your tank play well? No, obviously not. But to be fair, this like kind of unusual things are happening. Like, tank gets booped off by concussive, he got spun off there, and they do go ball, right, to try to deal with the fact that they keep getting environmentaled. But then, you know, this happens, right? Like, your beam is totally off in terms of just like not reading that it's possible. This is an easy kill opportunity, and the ball has created a ton of space for you, and then you just fly into the enemy and die. So these deaths are costing you, especially in control maps, King of the Hill, because you have so few fights, right? You can only suffer somewhere between 3 and 4 losses on control to not give up the round. So it is very, very important to not make stupid mistakes. You can't, like in payload, you can make 1, 2, even 3 stupid mistakes in a row, and you're probably fine. Especially on offense, especially, it's fine. On defense, is much more problematic. But on control, you really, really have to play well. And generally speaking, control is thought of as being very DPS favored, right? Because it's very dynamic, so there's lots of angles to attack the backline. Those are typically situations where DPS thrive, and tanks and support typically do worse and have less impact on the game. Anyway, examining in aggregate, right? So I would say round 1, you probably deserve to win. Round 2, even. Right? And round 3, I think you certainly deserve to lose. You're not dealing with the Pharah as a threat, and you're throwing your life away continually. And you're ignoring the Pharah, but you're not doing enough while ignoring the Pharah to make it justify your existence. You also did not play well around ball, right? Again, when the ball took the Sombra's attention, you didn't land that kill. And you didn't play well with EMP, again, wasting beam on targets that clearly were not going to die. Had no chance, and were nowhere close to the 50% threshold, which is a common problem that we see. So, overall, you know, and we kind of have a back and forth conversation in another thread, like, do you deserve to climb? If I look at this, I wouldn't say so. Not if you're going to be playing Echo. Not if you're going to be playing Echo like this. I think if you're playing Junkrat like one nonstop, yeah, you're probably going to get at least another rank or two up, right? Probably gold 1, plat 5, or whatever. But you still have a lot of mechanical issues, aim issues, game sense issues, general timing, and we're just analyzing like one game here, right, in Control, where I think there's a lot less game sense required, and I suspect you'll do even worse. Like if we watched like a payload or hybrid map, I think there'd be even more problems that we would uncover in terms of your decision making. But stuff like just mindlessly running at the enemy feel like grossly incorrect to me. Like this one, you're lucky that you don't die, right? You get saved here because the other team can't aim, or rather, here, right? That the other team can't aim here because the soldier could have just straight up killed you right now, right? The Risa could have done a ton of damage, and then you go right back in, right? You see this, you should immediately back off. You decide, instead of backing off, you keep going forwards, eat the direct and die. Like, this is not what Platinum players look like, okay? And then the same thing's going to happen right after that. Again, recapping. Oh yeah, this is the EMP. Right? EMP's pop, this is a great opportunity to get kills. You pop beam, right? Doesn't do anything. So completely wasted. And then the previous death before that was the one where you just float in. Oh yeah, this one I wouldn't worry about because your tank's already dead. But this one where you just kind of drift in, you're like, hey, look, there's 3 people here plus 1 being res. Let me just go in and fight 4 people and instantly die. Like, you can't do that. you just can't do that. Like, just staying alive is so important. Like, it reflects that you don't understand when to be pushing. Okay? And like that's kind of like the big issue here. All right. I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.